a camera company whose foundation is in photography film simulations bridge the gap with digital-first video content creators. This ancient philosophical conundrum is what Fujifilm aims to solve with its brand new X-M5. It's a compact, interchangeable lens camera that introduces some streamlined video features aimed at content creators while still retaining the photography modes and features that have made Fujifilm cameras so popular to begin with. Before we get into the new stuff though, let's cover the basics. The X-M5 is a 26.1 megapixel hybrid camera with an APS-C sensor. Now if you're coming from a smartphone, and Fujifilm kind of assumes that you are with this camera, this translates to a massive increase to both image detail and low light performance for both photos and videos. Now, you'll be composing both of these on a large vari-angle LCD screen that makes it easy to frame yourself when vlogging, although photography purists should know there's no dedicated EVF on the X-M5. This is also the smallest and lightest X-series body Fujifilm currently makes, coming in at just 12.5 ounces and making it perfect for travel. And the fact it's an interchangeable lens camera means you'll have tons of options available to use whichever lens suits your need in the moment. Now, one feature the X-M5 inherits from the XS20 is a dedicated vlog mode. With this video mode enabled, you get access to features aimed at streamlining video creation. You get quick access to shoot a cropped 9:16 vertical video that's either 15, 30, or 60 seconds long, options to change the onboard mic directionality, portrait enhancer for removing blemishes, and a background defocus mode. But why talk about some of these features when we could just show them?
Fujifilm here has 3 microphones on board, and they actually give you quite a bit of control over the omnidirectionality of them. So right now, I'm in Washington Square Park. There's a lot of ambient noise, there's traffic going by, there's people walking around, and the microphone currently is set to be picking that all up in all directions equally. But in a second, I'm going to show what the pickup pattern looks like when it's facing just forward, and we can see if it sounds any different. So now I've changed the microphone to just be picking up what is directly in front of it, so hopefully I'll have to see what this sounds like in post, but it should be suppressing a little bit of the surrounding sound and just focusing more on my voice. Now, another thing I want to chat about, if studio me reading from a script has not done so already, right now I'm in vlog mode on this camera. It actually has a dedicated dial for this mode, and essentially what this does is it simplifies a lot of settings and gives you a handful of other specific ones, kind of designed to just help you when you're in a situation like this where you are the solo camera operator. So one thing is a background defocus, where you click on it and it quickly adjusts all of your aperture and shutter speed settings to kind of give you that desirable blurry background look. And in fact, I'm actually gonna do this now. I believe you can do this while you're recording live, so I'm gonna turn this on right now, and we'll see. Okay, yeah. I'm looking through the little viewfinder here on this LCD screen, and it looks like it did that a little bit. So the nice thing is, you don't have to know anything about your camera settings to get this effect. They make it very easy for you.
You also get a product priority mode, in which the camera will automatically switch focus to a product placed closer to the camera. Video is not just limited to this vlog mode. In fact, the X-M5 has some pretty robust video specs. It can record a maximum of 6.2K at 30 frames per second, utilizing the full sensor in a 3:2 aspect ratio, 4K at up to 60 frames per second, and 1080p at up to 240. It can also do this in F-Log and F-Log2, allowing you a lot more flexibility to grade your image in post. Now, the image stabilization on this camera is digital only, but I actually didn't know this when I first got this camera and did this walking vlog test, and I assumed it had IBIS because these results look pretty darn good to me for digital only. But this is still a Fujifilm camera at the end of the day, which means photography is definitely not forgotten. The X-M5 features 20 of Fujifilm's renowned film simulations that provide excellent results right out of camera. And just like with the X-T50, it includes a dedicated film simulation dial for quickly accessing popular options like Reality Ace and Nostalgic Neg, my 2 favorites, while also allowing you to add 3 custom options. For I/O, Fujifilm has you covered with USB-C for charging and connectivity, micro HDMI, a headphone jack, and a mic port on the back of the camera that is actually perfectly placed for connecting a shotgun mic or a lav receiver. Finally, the X-M5 includes a dedicated dial option for accessing in-camera filters, frame.io integration for quickly sharing and editing your photos and videos, as well as full compatibility with Fujifilm's X app for sharing files to your smartphone. The Fujifilm X-M5 walks a tightrope of being an affordable, accessible camera for content creators that still doesn't forget its photography roots, and in our brief experience, it looks like they pulled it off. Whether capturing casual photos or an impromptu rescue of a squirrel that had fallen out of a tree, the X-M5 was up to the task. So if you're a content creator looking to step into a camera ecosystem with plenty of room to grow, the X-M5 is worth a serious look. But what are your hot takes on the X-M5? Let us know in the comments below. Seriously, we do read them. I'm Nick with B&H. Stay creative.
Baby, it's okay. I got him.
Yay.
I'm not gonna let nothing happen.
Oh. Catch you, God.